morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Firm U. My name is Ray Bessette, and I have a client here, Jonathan, who's been with me for, since August, I think it's. And we decided on the weekend to get on the 3D scanner and see how Jonathan's progress has been over the months. I have it flashed up here on the screen, and we'll get to that in a second. So Jonathan, how do you like working out at the Firm U?
It's great. I like it because I can come here and focus 100% of my time on working out, and I don't have to wait on equipment or wait for other people to get off equipment at other gyms. So this is dedicated to me. I really like it, and I can focus and just work on my goals.
That's great, yeah, and that's very frustrating. That's what's nice about, folks, that's what's nice about the Firm U being a private personal training facility, is that there's nobody else in our way. It's just you and I, or you and a friend, or a spouse, a co-worker. And Jonathan has picked one of the packages I have, and it's working out on 2 days a week with weights. We do upper body on Tuesday, which is today, and we do lower body or legs, and core and things like that, balance. We stretch, corrective exercises, corrective anything, rehab. I'm a rehab specialist too. So, we have all those things out of the way, and any postural distortions we've taken care of. And on Sunday, which is Jonathan's third day, we do the laser. And from the laser, we get on a bioimpedance scale so we can track his progress. And it's really turned out pretty well. And it really, I always look like if you can't assess, you can't progress. And that's what it's all about, at least to me and to my clients. When you see yourself in 3D like this, there is no lying. There's no smoke and mirrors. This is the true deal. And I was kind of surprised. I don't know how surprised you were, but you can almost see right here that Jonathan on August 2nd over here, he's, anytime you see the total numbers, well, we did 6 locations. The laser does, the scanner does 6 locations, circumferences on him. And they all equal 302 over here. And anytime you see a line going down like this, and this is April 23rd. So this was last Sunday, right? Last Sunday?
Yes.
Okay. So you look at this and it's at 302.2. Now he's down to 291.6. Okay. And it says this represents a loss of 10.6 inches. Now that's not one circumference. That's 6 circumferences. So you have to divide 6 into 10. So you pretty happy with that?
Yes. I like seeing the visual representation of the loss. It's good to see that, and I noticed clothes fitting better, and it's just good to see and track progress. I like being able to set your baseline and see your current progress.
Right, and it really validates what you were just saying. Your clothes fit better.
Yeah.
You can put a couple notches in your belt and say, yeah, that's cool. But when you have a record of it and you can see this like this, nobody else does this that I know of, especially with the laser. The laser really melts that fat in the locations specifically where you need to have it gone. And most guys, like myself, it's around the midsection in the back, the man boob action going on. Women, I could do legs, thighs, butts, guts, arms, backs. Anyway, so this just represents the hard work. And plus the weight training, you're also building muscle, building bone, increasing your range of motion. And, I have a lot of clients that say to me, that work physical jobs. And they said, my God, the job is much easier now because they can lift a lot. I have a couple that just went camping there last weekend. And they said, no problem picking up wood for the fire. One of those things where they had problems before. You notice anything like that?
I had kind of a nagging issue with rotator cuff, and I know we did a bit of rehab sessions, and I felt like it really helped recover my shoulder. I could get that strength back. So yeah, that was very helpful.
That's nothing more frustrating than having something, especially when you get to be my age. It looks like, something goes wrong in the morning. I wake up, I got an ache and pain somewhere, and then I forget about it because, you know, just through my conditioning and lifting weights and things like that, I'm like, didn't I have something going wrong? And then yeah, that's right. Yeah, I pulled something somewhere. And then, you know, it just seems to repair itself. Now, when you turn 60, you usually have two things go wrong with you in the morning. But by the afternoon, you're okay. You forget about it. So, so anyway, let's take a look at the other measurements that we did. Now, we did Jonathan's chest up here. Now, there's 5 locations that we measured here. And again, this is all done digitally on a scanner, a Skyhu scanner. It takes only 35 seconds to take a snapshot of him. And what I did is I printed out the locations that we worked on the most with the laser plus the weight training. Okay, so Jonathan, like most men and myself, hold fat in their chest area and in the back. Okay, it's not like we need a bra or anything, but it's like you do have a little bit more. But a lot of men do hold fat, and women, you know, in the chest area and the back. And so we put the lasers up on Jonathan here, and you can see the circumferences, 5 locations and 5 locations months later. Now, he started in August, and this was done last weekend, April 23rd. So it shows that he lost 4 inches in those 5 locations. So almost an inch in each location that we measured on. So he did pretty well right there too. So let's go ahead and move to the other location, which is everybody's, I say everybody, most people, and men and women alike, always want to get that waist back that they had in high school or college. And so you can see here, even if we took away all the lines and no measurements at all, you look at these 2 pictures and you can visually see that the one on the right, which was taken April 23rd, 23, is much less than August 2nd, 2022. Now, his total measurements of those 6 locations came up to 253.4 inches, okay, on August 2nd when we had his baseline, okay? On April 23rd, last weekend, now he's down to 244.1, and that's a 9.3 inches less than he was on August 2nd. So that's a big, big gain. And by the way, your wife sent me some flowers the other day. She says that she's married to a new man, so that was nice of her. Anyway, of course, I'm just kidding, but so that's pretty neat. Now, the other thing I could do is what I've done here is taken the circumference of Jonathan's midsection, okay, and took one of those measurements, one of the 6 measurements, and you can see in the red up here, it's hard to see, but it's August 2nd is in the red. That's the beginning, okay? That's when he started his baseline. April 23rd, last weekend, is in the green up here. That indicates that the inside, or where he is now. So if you had a belt, you'd have 2 different size belts. You'd have one that you wore in August, and now the green one you wear today. So that's a significant results right there. I mean, that's pretty powerful when you can see it like this, folks. You know, if that's not a motivational getter, I don't know what is. So how do you feel about that? Now you can see how come.
This is where I can feel the jeans. I went down a size.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great.
It's good. It's a great feeling to see results and the payoff from the work you put in.
It is pretty neat doing the weight training because you get the best of both worlds, and it's more economically affordable to do the personal training in a private facility. And I do a 2-for-1 deal. So if you bring in a coworker, a neighbor, a partner, whoever, a child, a sibling, you name it, another person, then I can train both of these at the same time. There's nobody else in here but us. So we don't have to time things or wait for people on equipment like Jonathan was mentioning earlier. So that's pretty quick. And we go through it pretty quick. And also, you know, it's not like we stand there and watch TV and talk about, you know, politics or the weather or anything like that. We talk about your diet habits. We talk about what your lifestyle is like and how we can change things that you can live with. That's sustainable. That's the number one word, is sustainable. And being consistent, being patient, and giving it the time it takes to get to this. Okay? Now, I'm sure you people have seen some of my videos before, oh my God, and they're all the same story. Must work. I got people say, well, does that laser really work? You know, the TV commercials that give all these fads and gimmicks and things, and all the money that you spent on all these things that don't work, invest into me and see how this works. I haven't had anybody that has walked out of here without any results. Okay, so the other plan I have, or one of the plans I have, is working out 2 days a week with the weights, and then the third time would be the laser. Okay, so you're instead of checking off a box or a session, upper body, lower body, laser. Okay, upper body, it depends on your athletic ability, and there's always a progression mode. Okay, it's not like doing cardio where, what are you gonna do? If you do a half an hour, you're gonna go to 45 minutes and then an hour and then 2 hours. You know, that doesn't do anything but burn sugar. Remember when you look at people doing cardio, and now, don't get me wrong, cardio has its place, okay? But for fat burning and sustaining that fat burning or getting to your goals, you're gonna have a long travel on that treadmill, okay? You do cardio? Do you do cardio at all?
After the weight sessions, it feels like I ran on a treadmill. So
right.
It's the weight training, exercises. I mean, you're sweating. It's a very efficient hour, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah. So we go pretty quick between we do push, pull, or opposing muscles exercises. Then we do a core exercise or an abdominal exercise to give your upper body or lower body a rest, and then we keep going. So you're also building endurance as well as muscle. So that's the greatest thing about it. Then the laser is an option. You know, it's there. I had a guy call me up. He was sick one day, and I said, sick? Okay, it's a Saturday morning. Sick, right? I know what you did last night, okay? So I said, why don't you come on in anyway? He says, well, I'm not feeling good enough to lift weights. I said, come on in and get on the laser. You just lay there. We'll put it on, the spots that you want to reduce inches on, which happen to be his waist. We did one side of his waist, the other side of his waist, and upper chest, okay? And I got to thinking, I'm saying, this is pretty neat. Instead of this guy calling in sick and missing a session, we'll get him on the laser, because all you do is lay there. And most people fall asleep while the session's going on, right? So you're laying there. I have a TV that you can just watch, whatever. Most people have their phone out checking messages while they're being treated with the laser. That's how non-invasive it is. Okay, so if you want to join the team here, see results, especially with summer coming up, get started now. Don't wait. Okay, and besides, I'm starting to fill up on my schedule. So, all right, so let's go ahead and use the information down below. Check out my YouTube channel. Let's see, it should come up here. Okay, it's at Bessette 530, and there's about 150 something videos on there. I have 5,240 subscribers, so I must be doing something right. I don't know who's watching them, but they're getting a lot out of it. So go ahead and subscribe to my video channel. This channel right here, you'll see the subscribe come up at the end of this, and jump on board. There's a lot of information that I give out just in these testimonials or interviews videos. So, all right. So go ahead and give me a like if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button down below and jump on board. Give me a call, give me a text, smoke signals I'll take, anything. Get a hold of me so we can get you in the best shape of your life. Bessette signing out with Jonathan, and we'll see you next time.